This is the story of one of the most bizarre cybercrime cases in history: a quiet couple, a tech entrepreneur, a self-proclaimed rapper, and billions of dollars in stolen crypto. But what investigators eventually discovered shocked everyone, because the people behind one of the largest crypto thefts in history were living completely normal lives. This story begins in 2016. A major cryptocurrency exchange called Bitfinex was suddenly hit by a massive cyber attack. Within minutes, thousands of digital wallets were drained. The hackers had stolen nearly 120,000 Bitcoin. At the time, it was worth around $70 million. Today, it would be worth billions. The stolen currency was Bitcoin, the world's most famous cryptocurrency, and once it was gone, it seemed impossible to recover, because unlike banks, cryptocurrency transactions are decentralized. There was no central authority, no undo button. The hackers had vanished. For years, investigators followed digital breadcrumbs. They traced transactions moving slowly across thousands of crypto wallets. The criminals were trying to hide the money through a process called crypto laundering: small transfers, fake accounts, shell companies. But every transaction left a trace on the blockchain, and slowly, investigators began connecting the dots. Then in 2022, authorities made a shocking discovery. The stolen Bitcoin had been connected to a married couple living in New York. Their names were Ilya Lichtenstein and Heather Morgan. On the surface, they looked completely ordinary. Ilya was a tech entrepreneur, Heather was a writer, and a bizarre internet rapper known as Razzlekin. She posted strange music videos online, motivational business content, startup advice. Nothing about their lives suggested they were connected to billions in stolen cryptocurrency. But behind the scenes, investigators were building a case. Using blockchain analysis, authorities traced the stolen Bitcoin through thousands of transactions. Eventually, the money led straight to digital wallets controlled by the couple. When agents searched their apartment, they found encrypted files containing thousands of private keys. Those keys unlocked access to a massive amount of the stolen Bitcoin. It was one of the largest financial seizures in history. More than $3.6 billion in Bitcoin was recovered. The couple was arrested and charged with conspiracy to launder stolen cryptocurrency. What shocked investigators most was how careless they had been. They kept records, digital passwords, transaction logs, evidence that ultimately exposed everything. The case showed the world something important. Even in the anonymous world of cryptocurrency, every transaction leaves a trail, and eventually, that trail can lead straight to you. The internet has changed the way crimes are committed. Drugs can be sold online, weapons can be purchased anonymously, and in some cases, even murder can be arranged with a few clicks. This is the disturbing story of a man who tried to hire a killer using cryptocurrency, and the tiny mistake that exposed everything. The story centers around a website on the dark web called Silk Road Marketplace. It operated like an underground version of Amazon, but instead of normal products, users could buy illegal goods, drugs, fake IDs, hacking tools. Everything was paid for using Bitcoin. The man behind the platform was Ross Ulbricht. Online, he used the alias Dread Pirate Roberts. For years, the website generated hundreds of millions of dollars in illegal transactions. But running a criminal empire online created a serious problem: trust. Ulbricht became increasingly paranoid that people working with him might expose the operation. According to investigators, he began communicating with individuals he believed were contract killers. He allegedly tried to arrange murders to silence potential informants. The payments were to be made in Bitcoin. Thousands of dollars worth of cryptocurrency transferred through anonymous wallets. But the killers he contacted were not who he thought they were. In reality, some of them were undercover investigators. Others were scammers pretending to be hitmen. Every message, every payment attempt, every transaction was recorded. In 2013, federal agents finally tracked Ulbricht to a public library in San Francisco. They needed to arrest him while his laptop was unlocked. Because the laptop contained the keys to the entire criminal operation, agents staged a distraction. When Ulbricht turned his head, officers grabbed the computer before he could close it. Inside were thousands of messages, transaction records, and detailed logs connected to the Silk Road operation. The evidence was overwhelming. Ulbricht was later arrested and charged with multiple crimes including narcotics trafficking, money laundering, and computer hacking. Today, the Silk Road case remains one of the most famous cybercrime investigations ever conducted. It revealed how cryptocurrency and the dark web created a new kind of criminal underworld, but it also proves something else. Even criminals who believe they are anonymous online can still be tracked down. All it takes is one mistake.